Welcome back to the exclusive podcast home of Coatings Pro Magazine. My name is Ben Dubose, and I'm the news editor for the AMP publications team. AMP, of course, is the shorthand acronym for the Association for Materials Protection and Performance, of which Coatings Pro is a member magazine. In these first 2 months of 2026, it's been a very busy time for us. We've been traveling and on location at the 2026 World of Concrete Show, the 2026 International Roofing Expo, and at AMP's very first Maritime Coatings Contractor Forum. Those first two shows were held out in Las Vegas, while the latter was in Virginia Beach. We're also getting ready for the 2026 AMP Annual Conference and Expo, which will be held next month in Houston. Full information on that is available at ace.amp.org, ace.ampp.org. Anyway, if you've been following our Coatings Pro social media pages, you know we've been publishing these short interviews with a handful of industry leaders who were active participants and heavily involved at each of those shows. The idea is to pick their brains about what's going on out in the field, as well as showcase the latest developments and new technologies within their respective companies. We've been publishing those on our social media pages in video form, and the rollout of all of that exclusive Coatings Pro content is actually still in progress. Our video team is still cutting some of it up. But we do know that we've got a dedicated audience across our podcast channels as well, so we wanted to make sure that you all also got to check it out and see and hear what we've been doing these past few weeks. So with that in mind, this will basically be a mini episode in which we play back a couple of those previous interviews. And if you want to see them in video form, and if you do, most of these have some additional goodies from each show, you can just visit Coatings Pro on your social media platform of choice, i.e. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter/X, Instagram, or you can simply check out the links in the summary. All right, with those plugs out of the way, let's roll the tape. And as always, if you want more information from us or industry news content related to the trade shows or the companies involved, the best place to start is at our websites, coatingspromag.com and amp.org. We're joined on the World of Concrete 2026 show floor by Les Henry, application engineer at Gaco. Les, thank you so much for taking the time. How is the show going for you guys?
Ben, the show's going great. It's starting to pick up in volume, and it's a great showcase for our product lines.
So what is Gaco showing off this year?
We have our Fast Pass, which is a single coating polyurethane traffic coating, the Gaco Floor anti-skid flooring products, and we have our traffic coating line, Gaco Poly for below-grade waterproofing, traffic coating decks for pedestrian and vehicular systems.
When people stop by the booth, what questions do they have? What are some of the issues that in early 26 they need help with?
Oh, definitely building envelope solutions. The Gaco Floor, our primary focus is safety. Anti-skid for different types of traffic, all the way up to vehicular, heavy forklift traffic, waterproofing, part of the building envelope. So basically stopping water from going from the top down. We have retaining wall applications, and something new that we have is our LM60. We have NSF 61 approval, which is great for applications for tank lining where you need drinking water, potable systems.
So what's the value in a show like this for Gaco? Why is it worth the investment coming out here? I'm assuming you get to meet with a lot of potentially influential clients face to face, but just talk about why this is such a worthwhile.
I think you just hit it. Getting feedback for potential customers and distributors for our product lines, getting an opportunity to see if there's new products for development and how our products are, fitting in with the actual needs for the end users.
Great insight from Les Henry of Gaco. Les, thanks so much for joining us.
Ben, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Ben Dubose, Coatings Pro Magazine. We're on the 2026 World of Concrete show floor with Tony Calco-Pietro of EDCO. Tony, thanks so much for taking the time and welcoming us to your booth. What are you guys showing off this year?
Yeah, well, thanks for having us part of your presentation here. We are displaying our full range of concrete surface preparation and sawing equipment. We're debuting an upgraded TL9, which is a turbo light grinder. We've got our PC diamond drum, which is a polycrystalline diamond drum for removing of epoxy coatings and leaving with a scarifier and leaving a CSP of 1 in a single pass.
You touched on some of the high points, but just high level, what's EDCO as a company?
EDCO is a U.S. manufacturer of concrete surface preparation, professional sawing equipment. We've been around for over 65 years, based out of Frederick, Maryland, family-run business, and we're on our third generation of ownership, family-owned. And our goal is to continue to develop new products for this industry.
World of Concrete, it's absolutely massive. How important is this week to you guys in the grand scheme?
It's a big part of what we want to do is connect with our contractors and our end users of our products, conveying to them the new products and the different applications that we can solve for them.
You see people in the booth behind us. Folks that are stopping by, what questions should they have? What are some of the key issues that they have out in the field?
They're looking for different types of power opportunities for machines, whether it's electric, whether it's 115 or 230 volt. They're looking for propane machines this year. And then different types of tooling for their applications to make sure that we have the right range of accessories to go on the bottom of a grinder, from stripping off glues and adhesives to grinding concrete with different grits, as well as ripping off and removing epoxies.
What's EDCO's outlook for the remainder of 26?
Very positive. We're just getting launched, of course, here in January, but we're getting a lot of positive feedback. It's been flat the last couple of years, but right now we're expecting a little bit of an uptick right now. So it looks very positive.
Good stuff. I'm Ben. He's Tony. This is the EDCO booth. We are on the 2026 World of Concrete show floor in the Polycoat booth, joined by Brandon Carpenter of Polycoat Products. Brandon, why don't you tell us a little bit about Polycoat?
Polycoat's been around for over 40 years as a premier manufacturer of waterproof coatings. We started out manufacturing products for a lot of other people that were marketing with their brands. We make a lot of the materials for the other booths that are here. And in the last 10 or 15 years, we've been starting to promote our own brand. We're part of the American Polymer Network, which is a group of companies which is owned by the same entity. And primarily in our division, we're doing polyurethane and polyurea products for waterproof, membrane waterproofing.
So what are you all showing off at the show this year?
So we have a new product. It's our Traffic One. It's a single coat application. So you can just do one coat instead of the traditional base coat, intermediate coat, primer. What that's designed to do is to reduce labor in the construction industry. Labor is becoming more expensive and just a more precious resource. So to try and keep the pressure down, we're getting a product which is going to eliminate steps, and it's fast cure, so it can be returned to service faster.
Why is it worth the effort to come out to Las Vegas? I mean, this is a huge booth. It's a big undertaking. You've got a lot of staff here. Why is an event like this coming out into the field so valuable for y'all?
Well, for one, we've had a long tradition with the ownership group coming into this particular show, starting with a 10x10 booth back in the back of the hall, and every year moving towards the front, getting bigger booths. And this is where we are for the first time in the very front of the show. So it's a show that's meant a lot. Traditionally, the World of Concrete has been the premier show for coatings and concrete protection products, including waterproof coatings. So we've been a part of it for a long time. We see almost all the members of our customer groups, whether it's distribution segment, installer segments, and we pretty much can catch up with everybody in the industry here.
You can see in the background, there's a lot of traffic in this booth, as to be expected, given the location, given the scope. What are some of the key issues that folks want to hear about from you guys?
Well, again, with the waterproofing group, we're trying to stop water intrusion and protect concrete from deterioration that's caused by water.
I'm Ben Dubose, Coatings for Magazine. He's Brandon Carpenter, Polycoat Products.